When I lived on Roehampton Avenue, it was all about location, location, location. I could walk out my back door and literally be at No Frills in less than a minute. And there were lots of other stores that were also very close by. Another thing that was close to my apartment was this walking trail, which Timmy and I visited often. The trail started near my building and carried on across the street into Roehampton Park. Although I no longer live on Roehampton Avenue, my sister Jane still does, and recently asked if I'd like to join her for a trip along that trail. I, of course, said yes. Roehampton Park and the walking trail are definitely not close to where I currently live, but I chose to walk it anyhow. It took me about 40 minutes, traveling at a leisurely pace and taking as many shortcuts as possible. When I arrived at the park, I called my sister Jane, who then joined me for a walk down that infamous trail. Although it's a trail now, originally this was a train track that ran all the way to Sunset Beach. On the day Jane and I took our walk, most of the trees still had green leaves, but there were a few exceptions. Acting as an unofficial tour guide, Jane was quick to point out colorful berries, plants, and flowers for me to take pictures of. Eventually, we stopped to take a break and to take some less than flattering photos. I am not a crook. Then we headed back, enjoying more sights and sounds along the way. When Jane looked for some trees that she said were funny, I thought she meant they were going to tell jokes. But she meant they're funny because there's a fence growing through them. When we finished our walk, we returned to Jane's to have a cool drink and to say hello to her cats, Pussfoot and Toonces, and to check out all the great plants Jane has grown on her balcony this year. Thanks for inviting me to go on a walk with you, Jane. Although some things have changed, what hasn't changed is that great trail and our amazing bond. Let's do it again soon. Love you lots.